The Luncheon by William Somerset Maugham.
The story begins with the author meeting a friend at the theatre. He recounts his first meeting with her 20 years ago in Paris. She had written to him after having read a book by him.
They exchanged letters and decided to meet for lunch at Foyot's, an expensive restaurant which was frequented by senators. Foyot's was beyond what the author could afford, but to flatter the woman, he agreed.
His reader was a woman of about 40 years of age and was talkative. The author was shocked that the dishes were priced higher than he had been expecting. His guest said,
"I never eat anything for luncheon,"
but eventually replied,
"I wonder if they have any salmon."
And then,
"I never eat more than one thing unless you have a little caviar. I never mind caviar."
he was not sure if he could afford caviar, but he didn't say anything. Instead, he chose the cheapest dish on the menu for himself. He still remembers her response to what she would like to drink.
"My doctor won't let me drink anything but champagne."
He then ordered half a bottle of champagne for her, while casually mentioning that his doctor had forbidden him from having champagne. While she had talked to him about art, literature, and music, his mind had been busy worrying about the bill. When their food was delivered, salmon for her and a mutton chop for him, she commented that he must not eat such heavy meals for lunch.
"Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing?"
When the waiter brought the menu again, she waved it aside, saying though she didn't want to eat anything, she could try some asparagus.
"I should be so sorry to leave Paris without having some of them."
Asparagus was an expensive item, but he couldn't deny his guest. Earlier, the author worried that he would not be left with enough money for the remaining month. But as lunch progressed, he grew increasingly unsure of whether he had enough money to pay for that day's lunch. He thought to himself that if he did not have enough money, he would pretend that his wallet had got stolen on the way, or he would leave his watch as a promise of deferred payment. After their meal, the author asked her for coffee, to which she agreed. He then ordered 2 coffees and an ice cream. While they waited, the waiter served a large basket of peaches. The author's panic increased. He knew how expensive peaches were in the market. However, when the bill came, the author realized he had enough money to cover the bill, but not enough for a proper tip. He left his last 3 francs as the tip. As they bid farewell, she suggested him to not eat more than one thing for lunch, even though she herself had ordered 3 different things. The frustrated author retorted, "I'll do better than that. I'll eat nothing for dinner tonight." Coming back to the present, the author says that even though he is not a vindictive man, he has not failed to notice that she now weighs 21 stones.